saw Rockstar still performing wild as ever, we come to the last event of normal marble face-off, the triathlon mix-in match. It's a solo run, so you only have to worry about yourself, not your competitors. And our official demonstration team will go for the last time ultramarine down first. For the funnel descent timing, it's the first marble that goes down. For the sprint timing, it's the last marble that goes down. For the block pushing, it's the total length. It's the total push length. We don't have measurements yet, but this is the gauge. This is the gauge that the teams must beat. And here, down come the air of slimes for our first run. This triathlon contains 3 individual components, and the marbles will be awarded on how well they do in these individual components in the normal points format. The team with the best score wins this event. Now our funnel descent was quite good. Our sprint also really good, 3:45, 7:18, and the block push 25.2 centimeters, right on par with the demonstration team. And now our lion's mane. This team has the highest chance of taking down the oozing whales and winning the normal marble face-off. Now they're taking really long in the funnel. I think that's 9 seconds right there. That's really slow compared to the air of slimes time. As overall with our sprint already, and looks like a 3:33. That's quite good. And look at that last push. That marble just launched the block there at 35.2 centimeters. What a dominant push. And now we're after our cool swirls. Cool swirls really need to recover here. They went from second place to can't even win the normal marble face-off. They have a chance to podium though, so they will do whatever it takes. How did they do in the funnel descent? Quite good, 770. I'm waiting for their sprint marble right now, and they go down. Actually, the marble is bouncing a lot here, and it slows them down, getting only a 371. Block push was quite good, almost 30 centimeters, and now we are off with our blood cells. And by the way, next season there will be renames for members of teams. Now we are off with our funnel descent here. I'm interested to see how the blood cells will do in this event. And at 8:28, that's not a good time for the funnel descent. And now we're off. Oh, 2 marbles being released at once. One of them ricocheting off of the hobble strikes at the sides, give them a 354, 25.1. It's also not really good for the blood cells. And here are our standings as of now. Lion's Mane have a lead above the rest. This is looking really good for Lion's Mane. If they can keep that, then they can dethrone the Whizzing Whales if they don't do as good. And now on to our Azure. The Azure was a phantom team until they took this overall second place after the momentum endurance. Them swirling and swirling around. I wonder what their time will be. 8:55 is not good. We'll see if their sprint and block push can back it up. And we are off with our sprint. We're at the speed of a bullet train. And at 3:32, beating the Lion's Mane. Outdoing the Lion's Mane by 1 millisecond. At 30.3 centimeter block push is also insane. I think they will be taking the lead away from Lion's Mane. Now the Sharks also a phantom team until very recently, where they made a run for the gold there. They're now in 3rd place by 1 point, just barely surpassing the St. Patrick's Day. Now they go down the funnel descent. Oh, 7:44. That's quite fast. Oh, he completely misses the Hot Wheels track there. He's not going to push the block as we head into our sprint. At 3:46 is not good. At 13.0 centimeters, I don't think anyone's going to get worse than that. And there he is. He's just cheering his teammates on like spectators in a stand. And now we have Dreamsicles up next in the run order. And we're off. Dreamsicles were struggling since day 1 here. Currently, it's not looking so good for them. And 894. Oh, man. Hopefully they can redeem themselves in sprint and the block push. Down goes their sprint marble, and a 3:54 is quite mediocre, but a 34.8. Wow, those 2 front marbles really did some damage there to the block, and now we're off with our St. Patrick's Day. This team has risen from the ashes recently. At the start of normal marble face-off, they were drowning in a point depth until they scored a bronze, then a gold, and oh, that's their funnel descent timing, 7:64. Not too bad, not too good either. And we're waiting for the sprint. Oh, now he goes down. Really quick, really swift there. For 3:42, we'll just put them above the Aero Slimes. And the 27.2 centimeters is quite a good push too. That puts them in the overall 4th position. Lion's Mane is still 1st place. This is dangerous for the Whizzing Whales as we are off with our next run, our 9th run, the Ocean Potion. This team, I don't really think anybody remembers anything from this team other than the dual track gold. It's been 5 seconds. Nobody is close to the hole of the funnel. Just go in already. Come on. 996. Oh my gosh, there's the sprint and their block push must compensate for this as the sprint marble goes down. And the 350, that makes them get, I think, 11 points here. 35! Silver for the block push as we're off with our mangrove. After a devastating finish in the elimination race, can they pull it back together? I think they still have a chance to win podium here. And a 720, that is second place right there. Amazing funnel descent. We're just waiting for their sprint now as we're off with our sprint. Marble going down. And that's a 350. They're tied with the Ocean Potion at a 29.8. A bit shy of the 30 mark, but it's still really good. And now we're off with our Solitary Confinement. In Season 2, this team will be undergoing a rebrand. I think their name will be changed to the Bone Breakers. So the closing ceremony is the last time you'll see the name Solitary Confinement, as 884 for the funnel descent is not a good time. As we're off with our sprint marble. It's really hard to tell whether the marbles are going to do good or bad in the sprint. And wait, did they push the block to the end of the ruler? 45 centimeter push. That is insane as the magnifiers are back in the game. This team has been a phantom team since, well, day one. Well, can they change that here? Can they suddenly make a huge spike in improvement in the last episode, in the last event? 884 for frontal descent is very bad. It's actually tied with the Solitary Confinement as we're off our sprint. And 354, 21.1 is dismal for the magnifiers. Oh, and they're last. Very unfortunate for the magnifiers here. And Lion's Mane still holds that top spot, which means if the Whizzing Whales don't choke, the Lion's Mane will win Season 1 and we're off with our silhouettes. At this point, this team just gave up. But they're starting to hustle again and... oh, 3 of the marbles stuck up there. Oh, that might ruin their frontal descent timing. And it does. Look, they're past 10 seconds already. 12:55. That is the worst time we've seen so far. Hopefully they can bring it back just like the Solitary Confinement and Ocean Potion did. They're off their sprint. 350 is not bad at 40 flat. That might dethrone Lion's Mane's first place. It's looking better for the Whizzing Wheels as we head on with our Sun Race for our 14th run. The Sun Rays' best position in the overall standings is 13th place, and that was after event 2, the team block push. Let's see what they can do here. An 840, just beating out the Azure, not too good, not too bad. And their sprint marble goes down. Oh, they're bounding off the Hot Wheels tracks. Of 354 is not good at 27.5, just out pushing the St. Patrick's Day. And here we have our Whizzing Whales. All eyes are on them as we are off with our race. This team has held the lead since event 3, the balance beam. But can they keep it to the end? Lion's Mane on their tail in the standings at 775 for the funnel descent is pretty good. Now we're waiting for the sprint. The sprint is the most important as every millisecond counts, every frame counts as we are off with our funnel. Oh, almost going off the track there. 362 is not good at 25 and 24.9. That push is lacking a lot as we move on to our final run, the glass blowers. Finishing off this event and season is the overall first place after the second event, the team block push. And here are our standings after the event. Congratulations to Aero Slime's Solitary Confinement and Azure for running out the podium, and we'll proceed with our closing ceremony now.